admit that you did use the login and password of her Lok Sabha Member of Parliament account for asking questions. Did you actually use them from Dubai, Ms. Hiranandani, and did it ever cross your mind that this was probably not quite the right thing to do? Again, error of judgment?
I mean, certainly that part is an error of judgment.
But do you think it's more serious than that? Because some members of parliament in the BJP have raised the question about national security.
To be honest, I have no idea about all of that. I can only state the facts.
How often did you use that login account to put in questions via Mahua Moitra in Parliament?
I think let the record come out. I think it'll speak for itself.
Okay. I just want to ask you, Jay Anand Dehadrai has been alleged as being rather sour ex who has put this all out. What motivated you, Mr. Darshan Hiranandani, to come out clean on this entire matter?
You know, I think when the Parliament Committee of Ethics formally took up the matter, as I said earlier, I mean, there was no question of not coming up front and clarifying what had happened. I didn't, once it was formally taken up, it was incumbent on anybody law-abiding to state the facts.
Have you had any correspondence with the ethics committee? Have you deposed before them? Have they summoned you? Any movement on that front, on the investigation front, Mr. Hiranandani?
No, not at all.
Mr. Hiranandani, many will ask you the question, are you backing off, so to say, because you may have bitten more than you could chew, because Adani's are a larger group than yours, and BJP is the ruling party, so you're on the wrong side of both?
Actually, there is no question of me wanting or seeing or being against either any group or against the government. In fact, I have made most investments in BJP ruled states, and I continue to do so. And I work hard every day to make sure that we continue to build a nation. There's no question of that. My affidavit is very clear on my personal involvement and the facts as I know it and they occurred.
Mr. Hiranandani, before I let you go, let me just ask you this question. You spoke about and this is not something that you're hearing from her. This is your own deduction. She had frequent interactions with international journalists from Financial Times, the New York Times, the BBC, and also with several Indian publications. She also received unverified details from several sources, including some claiming to be former Adani Group employees. Did she personally tell all these details to you?
Yeah, 100%.
And do you think some of the issues on which she attacked the government were motivated far from facts?
Look, I don't know the details of those facts, etc. I can only tell you that she would say that she's received information, and that for her, she felt it was her job as an opposition MP to attack the government.
But then you say certain information was shared with me based on which I continued to draft and post questions using her parliamentary login whenever needed, which means you were convinced that what she was telling you was the truth.
Navika, I think the parliamentary questions record will speak for itself, and I think I'll be happy to stick to my affidavit as far as that's concerned.